We will be looking at how to separate your different pieces for your rig. Now, what we've done in the previous step is that we've created circle joints to prepare for separating the different pieces of our character. Now, at the moment, I am in the arm front. I have nothing in my forearm and in my hand. So what I can do is go and copy this by selecting it with the select tool. I'm going to copy the artwork, go in the forearm, I'm going to paste, and I'm going to go into the hand and I'm going to paste as well. Now, what I want to do next is keep just the necessary artwork for creating our pivot points. So I'm going to use the cutter tool and come and cut the unnecessary artwork. So I'm going to keep the arm here. I'm going to keep this part here for the forearm and get rid of everything else. Just like that. If you need to adjust a little bit afterwards, no problem. Just make sure that you keep the circles intact. And on the hand, I'm going to keep just this part here. So now you should have the arm, the forearm, and the hand. Now, using the circles that we've previously created, we're going to come and select the top circle with the select tool. And this will enable us to come and position the pivot point of our drawing. Now, since we're doing a two-view rig using drawings, the different drawings will contain different pivot points. So let's get started right away by seeing how we're going to position the pivot point. I'm going to first start off by selecting the circle with my select tool, and then I'll go get my drawing pivot right here in my toolbar. And by having the circle selected right here, you can see that I have a blue dot in the center here. This is the center of my circle and the one that I'll be using for pivot point. So I can zoom in, put that pivot point right there. You can just click on that dot. Don't be afraid to zoom in. And now here I have my pivot point for the upper arm, and I can go and do the same for all the parts of my arms. Just keep in mind that when you do this, you need to place the pivot point at the junction that will be pivoting and not the other circle that we have. And if it's too confusing, you can even remove the bottom circle that we've created and just come and position your pivot point right here. And of course, I will be doing the same thing for the hand. I'll put it over at the wrist, select the circle, zoom in, put that pivot point right in the center, and there we have it. Once we have all the pivot information positioned properly, we can come and delete all of the useless information that we have in the arm. So all the extra lines, the interior lines as well that we used for the circle. So just come and get these. You can close the gaps that are left by using the cutter tool and then just move on to a different piece. And once you're done positioning the pivot points in the different circles of your arms and legs, you can actually go and start positioning them on the other body parts, such as the torso, the thigh, all of the elements of the face. Make sure that you don't forget any. We can always remedy to anything that we've forgotten by adding some more, but ideally we want to make sure that we have a pivot point on all of them. Once you are done with your quarter front view, don't forget that you also have the front view to do. So once all of your pivot points are positioned, we are good to go to the next step.